Hey gang, it's JC, and this is the Daily Dose for Tuesday, May 10th, 2011, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. Some great television archives at the top of the page, eye candy along the bottom. It sort of looks like the inner sanctum in here today because as we speak, it looks like some sort of massive thunderstorm is ready to descend upon us. So I got all the lights in the office on in here. It's like, whoa! Anyhow, so let's roll on here. We're in the middle of our 27th anniversary. I got to St. Louis in May of 1984, and we had a little fun along the way, so I keep very extensive archives. So yesterday, we ran our interviews with David Letterman and Jay Leno, and who else did we put in yesterday? Also, Phil Donahue was on the air yesterday, Monday, Regis and Kelly, Bill Maher, Oprah, all that sort of stuff. You know, I don't want to brag, but how many radio personalities in St. Louis have a lineup like that of one-on-one interviews, oftentimes in person? You know, sometimes you have to toot your own horn. If you don't toot your own horn, nobody's going to toot it, nobody knows, and nobody remembers that you're head and shoulders above the rest of the pack. Sorry, folks, it's fact, it's reality, and every once in a while you just have to sort of stand there and go, hey, you know what, dig me. That's sort of what we're doing this week. It's not bragging if you can do it, okay? We've worked very hard at what we do around here, and that's pretty much the story. Now, we got Michael J. Fox today, Mike Wallace from 60 Minutes, who turned 93 years old yesterday. Leslie Nielsen, what a nice man he was. Richard Dreyfuss, cranky but interesting. Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer. Illegal alien. He finally comped the whole thing a couple of years ago. So those of you who are always jumping up and down about illegal aliens, you know, there'd be a lot more unruly dogs in this country if Cesar Millan hadn't jumped the fence and come on over. Let's see what else we got here. We had Carrie Fisher, from an interview we did in 2008. Joe Frazier singing Proud Mary in the studio years back. Siskel and Ebert, and I'm going to tease Trish a little bit with the break-in at Mike Bush's house. By the way, on Wednesday we have a great show with a hilarious interview from the Super Bowl back in 2002 with John Goodman. My God, was he funny. Lorne Michaels and Dennis Miller from Saturday Night Live. We have that tomorrow. Also, Sissy Spacek, Jane Fonda. Oh, that makes people relax and just enjoy life when you put Jane Fonda on the air. So we have that. And then later on in the week, like on Thursday, it's going to be our music day. We're going to listen to this lineup for Thursday alone. Madonna, Eric Clapton, Roger Daltrey of The Who, Roger McGuinn of The Byrds, Don Henley of The Eagles, the guys from Grand Funk, Nancy Wilson of Heart, Bob Seger, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Elton John, and Paul McCartney. Again, this is one of these shows where I say to myself, okay, you know, say what you want about what I've done in St. Louis over the last 27 years. Let's see somebody match that. There's another guy on AM radio in this town who they run promos for him on his station all the time, saying that he gets the best interviews in St. Louis. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Just putting politicians on the air. Politicians don't say anything. I've said this before. I'll say it a million times again in the future. Ex-politicians, fabulous guests, because they don't care anymore. Current politicians never say anything interesting or exciting. They're all just trying to get reelected, so they play it down the middle. They're terrible guests. I don't care about your politicians. Nobody in the last 27 years in St. Louis has put together a stash of celebrity interviews and big names and things like that like we have on our various incarnations of The Breakfast Club and the show Graham, and that's that. It's fact. Read it and weep. All right, current news, yeah. Osama was up there dyeing his beard. That's like the funniest thing in the world. Now they find herbal Viagra in Osama bin Laden's home. Oh, those poor goats. And you know, they got problems elsewhere in the world. In Syria, they're using their sports stadiums as prisons. Then again, if you're a Detroit Lions fan, you know what that's like. I don't think anybody saw this coming. After 25 years of marriage, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver are calling it quits. They are separated right now. Whitney Houston back on the crack, according to Radar Online. She's back in alcohol and drug treatment. Lindsay Lohan expected to plead no contest to misdemeanor theft today. She'll avoid any additional jail time. They'll slap her with another year of probation. It's amazing how she continues to get off the hook. Rumors were true. Meredith Vieira is stepping down from the Today Show. Her last day will be June 8th. Robin Roberts leaving Good Morning America because she's so much taller than George Stephanopoulos? What? She's 6 feet. He's 5'6". It's a bunch of garbage. Somebody's putting headlines up there trying to get you to buy rag sheets. This one, on the other hand, might be true. Former Guns N' Roses drummer Steven Adler says, Steven Tyler's junk puts his manhood to shame. You have to ask the question, how and why he saw Steven Tyler's junk. But here's the quote. After seeing Steven Tyler's rig with 5 different girls' hands wrapped around it, I'm lucky if I take my clothes off at all. After that, I was devastated. We all want crosses to bear, don't we? Rumor going around that Katie Holmes is pregnant. She's not. Kid Rock will be the subject of Comedy Central's next roast. No word yet on who's going to do the roasting. They're going to record it on August 14th. It usually shows up a week or 10 days afterwards. Those roasts on Comedy Central are brutal, just brutal, but they're very, very funny. Well, no match for the technology because it doesn't really matter when you're up against Mother Nature. The folks who got hit by the tornadoes here over the course of the last 6 months, Sunset Hills, Bridgeton, and various other places around St. Louis, really does make you rethink what you're doing with your valuables. I mean, I'm not running a commercial here or anything. This is just the truth. I mean, when you stop to think about it, you think to yourself, okay, if the tornado was coming and you heard the sirens and you saw debris, and if you ever see debris, you know that means you are in the middle of a tornado. If you see debris, get the hell out of there fast. So, I mean, with all that in mind, you're thinking to yourself, okay, what do I grab? Grab my family, obviously, maybe my pets, but in terms of other possessions, what do you grab? Now, 53% of Americans surveyed in this new survey say that if there was a fire or a major disaster, the only thing they would grab, the only thing they could think of would be to grab photos. I'm not sure about that. I would grab my computer because my photos are on the computer. Okay, so scan your photos, get them in a computer, and then grab the computer and back it up. For the longest time, I didn't like the idea of backing up my stuff on one of these online services because now you're turning your sensitive stuff over to somebody else. They say they don't look at it, and they say the information can't be compromised, but I just don't trust it. So I back all my stuff up on a hard drive. Problem with that, think about it. Somebody comes in, they break into your house, they grab your computer, they grab the hard drive too. Storm comes in, you grab your computer. Well, maybe not, but maybe you don't grab it fast enough and now you lose the computer, you lose all your stuff. Starting to rethink the idea of backing up my stuff on one of these online services. I don't know if you saw these numbers yesterday about the housing situation. It's backed up the whole economy, and now the experts are saying, yeah, we were thinking maybe there'd be a little recovery to speak of here by the end of this year, but now we're thinking maybe it's going to be more like, 2012, 2013. I mean, houses in St. Louis City are down 27% in value. There's like just over a quarter of the homes in the entire country that are underwater. And when I say that, I'm not talking about floods, you know that. I'm talking about the fact that the house is worth less than the payments that are due on it. Things are messed up. Websites studied how different external neighborhood factors can pulverize the value of your home. And here's what they say. If you're living within earshot of a power plant, eyeshot I guess you would say, a power plant, living within 2 miles of a nuclear plant knocks down your property value 4 to 7%. Landfills, if you're near one of those, 6 to 10%. Okay? If that landfill happens to handle hazardous waste, that goes up to 15%. Sex offenders, having these people, it could be 9 to 10% off your property value, and people check that stuff now. Foreclosed homes. One foreclosed property within 250 feet of your house hurts the value of your house by 27%. And bad landscaping can knock 5 to 10% off the value of your home. Have a nice day. Birthday today, we got a couple of people, but it was on this date in 1975 that Stevie Wonder played at the Washington Monument as part of something called Human Kindness Day. 125,000 people showed up. At least that's what they told Stevie Wonder. You knew that was coming, didn't you? All right, we're running old school photos this week on Eye Candy, and it was back in 1985 that Ruth Guerry, she was a lovely gal, July 83 centerfold, Playboy magazine. I met her right after I moved to St. Louis in 1984. She used to be on the show all the time. Darling, sweet, beautiful, sexy, the works. And then goofy Yakov Smirnov, Russian comedian. You get a better look at the picture right below here, the Keishi blood drive in 1985. That's our eye candy photograph today, going old school all this week. All right, that's it. JC's Daily Dose for an ominous looking day. We're supposed to play ball tonight. Come on, come on, come on. I think the weather might be bad in Chicago too. Cubs Cardinals this week. Tuesday, May 10th, 2011, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. In the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Let's throw the change up. Let's throw the circle change today, okay? Throw the circle change. In the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.